know I'm cooking today, and I know what I'm cooking. Making some lamb chops. So I'm gonna jump on these a little bit early, just get some little prep in. We're gonna finish this up later, but here's what we're gonna do. Got these beautiful lamb loin chops. These are some of my favorite things. These loin chops, they're little, but they pack such a punch because they cut them thick. And, you know, it's like almost like a T-bone steak of lamb. It's got a nice, you know, got that like fillet, I like that strip. You got a bone right here in the middle, so it's just like a little mini T-bone. Some parsley, we got some cloves of garlic, some salt, some pepper, we got some dried rosemary, and a little bit of soy sauce, and a bit of olive oil. So we're gonna give this a few pulses, and then we're gonna use this to marinate our lamb. So we got a nice paste consistency going on right there, and that'll be able to coat all of our lamb chops. That was good. So we'll just pour this out. Gotta get the spatula action going. Some of you guys don't want to come out. There we are. I'm just gonna kind of cover everybody. Maybe I need some more. Or maybe, you know what? I just gotta get my hands in here. You know what? Don't be afraid of your food. You know, that's why I got soap and water. Get up in there with your hands and make sure that everybody gets a little love. Introducing to each other. Hey, how you doing? This is what we're looking for. Until it looks good enough to eat right now, before you even cook it. You got everything all coated, all covered, looking good. And we're just gonna set this in the fridge until close to the time that we're ready to cook. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back. It's been a full day. Been a long day. It's a cold day. And I'm back in the kitchen. Now, I've had my lamb marinating all day. Isn't that delicious looking? Sitting in the fridge, and I had it taken out about an hour and a half ago, so that it comes up close to room temperature. It's a better, you get a better cook out of it, so you're not getting from a freezing cold state. You're not trying to bring it from a freezing cold state up to the desired temperature. Got a couple side dishes to go along with the lamb. I love couscous. I got some box couscous, and I'm just gonna add a couple of things to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of mushroom, some garlic, and maybe some onions, just to pump up the flavor a little bit. And I'm gonna do braised red cabbage. And that's gonna be dinner. Let's get straight into this cabbage. So, it doesn't take a long time, but some things you kind of just want to get it out of the way and prep them. So I cut the cabbage in half. You see the core here? You don't want any of the core that's very bitter. So you want to go in there with your knife and kind of cut the core out. So you want to make some cuts around until you get to the center of it. And you just pop that right out. This part is bitter and pretty much useless. There ain't all the roasting and cooking in the world that makes that taste good. So you don't really need it. So for this braised cabbage, let me break this down in another piece. I want to cut this kind of thin. So I want some nice thin slices. So this is about a 1/4 inch or so of a slice. Careful with your fingers. And anytime it starts to become a little bit unmanageable, just change the surface. Move it down like this and make it sure that it's steady. And you can have a steady hand at it. You don't want to hurt yourself. Sticking with my theme of red, got a little red onion. I'm going to add this to the cabbage. And you just want to get your paper off your onions to scratch with this onion. Use about a half. Ooh. Ooh. We're not going to use this. Oogly. Yuck. Yeah, we can't use this. Scrap that. Yep. So that onion was terrible. And we're switching gears to a yellow onion. Yellow goes with red, right? All right. Just get rid of the outer layers. It takes long to chase these little onion fibers around. So that's why I just like to get my scraper out. Get it out the way. I think I'll just do slices. Just take that core, get rid of it. I got half an onion, it's good. And 4 cloves of garlic, and we can use our bench scraper and give those a little whack. See? Comes in handy for more than one thing. The more you manipulate your garlic, the more you chop it, crack it, peel it, all this other stuff, the more flavor it releases. If you put the garlic in anything whole, you're not really going to get much of a garlic flavor. You'll have to bite into that garlic itself, that clove itself, to get any garlic flavor out of it if you put them in whole. So when you manipulate them, when you cut it, when you chop it, when you smash it, when you break it down, it releases more flavor into your dish. So we got the box couscous. I'm just gonna follow the directions on the box and I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. So this says for each cup of couscous, bring 1.5 cups of water to boil. So the package contains about 2 cups. I just measured it out in these cups. So it's like 2 cups of couscous, right? So 1.5 cups of water. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and pump up the flavor of my couscous. So instead of water, I'm gonna use some chicken broth. 3 cups of chicken stock. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. And the next step is to add it to our couscous. Now I'm gonna add also a little bit of onion, a little bit of mushroom, some garlic, and some green peppers. Heating up, I'm gonna add a little oil. This bottle, squeeze bottle, had a little bit of liquid in it when I changed from vinegar to oil. So every time I use it, it pops a little bit because it's still got a little bit of vinegar left in there. So your oil ain't supposed to sound like that. I'm just letting you know. Speak the truth. All right, so we got a little oil. We got a little bell pepper. Y'all didn't really want to see me chop up the bell pepper, right? It was just a little piece of bell pepper. I thought about it when I went in the fridge to get the chicken stock, and I was like, ooh, I could add some bell pepper to it. So what I did was just dice it up. I took some of the onion that I cooked, and I took some of the garlic that I chopped earlier. That's gonna go with the cabbage. So we just got those 3 things hanging out right here. And we're gonna let that go for a little while and let those cook up and let them get a little bit translucent and sweat them a little bit. And then in a couple minutes, I'm gonna add my mushroom. I'm gonna just add the mushroom. And we gotta season these things in layers. So a nice pinch of salt, some black pepper, that'll be it. That'll do. Get everybody friendly, get everybody acquainted. Hi, how are you? I'm mushroom, I'm pepper, I'm onion, I'm garlic. Hi, how are you? I'm salt and pepper. get to know each other. Speed this process along. I'm gonna add a little bit of moisture. And that chicken stock. Let's see how this looks. That's coming along. Let's sneak a little bit of butter in there. Let's check. All right, this looks good. Okay, here's our chicken stock. It's boiling. It's to a nice rolling boil. So I can turn this off. I don't want it to evaporate. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you. Now pay attention. This is gonna happen real quick. This chicken stock is boiling. Here's our couscous. I transferred it to another pan. This is our 2 cups of couscous. And remember, pay attention. Just gonna pour the liquid into our couscous. Keep watching. I'm gonna pour our veg. Get all of it in there. Our couscous. I'm gonna give this a little stir to combine everything. See that? It's got everything combined. Keep watching. Put this cover on it. Couscous is done. It's not done to eat yet, but it's done cooking. You don't have to turn your stove back on. You don't have to do nothing. All you gotta do is cover it up and allow it to steam. It's gonna steam. It's gonna absorb all of that liquid, all that broth, all of that liquid from the vegetables. Everything is gonna get all delicious together. And that is it. Moving right along to our braised cabbage. I got a nice large pan. I'm gonna throw some oil. All of the stuff that we chopped up earlier. Get that in there. A little pinch of salt. Just to start sweating these vegetables. The onion and the garlic. A little oil. I'm gonna start putting this in little batches. Try to break it apart a little bit. Okay, so the first batch goes in, and you want to season as you go along because you got a lot of cabbage, so you want to make sure each and every batch gets a little bit of seasoning on it. And you can just start mixing. The onions and the garlic in with that so that each layer is gonna get a little fun with the friends, everybody in the pool. So here goes another set of cabbage. Break it up. Just start stirring immediately. Salt. A little pepper. Just start picking them up from the bottom immediately and just turn them over. What's on the bottom, introduce it to the top. What's on the top, get it introduced to the bottom. And you're gonna continue this process until you've got all your cabbage in. And I'm gonna put a little bit of cider vinegar. It's about a half a cup. The cider vinegar is gonna bring some acidity to the equation, some sweetness, and it's also gonna help the cabbage keep its red color. I'm just gonna continue to turn this for a few minutes and then I'll cover it here. Showtime! Time for the start of the show. We got couscous absorbing. We've got
We've got cabbage braising. So now it's time for our lamb. It is about negative 5 million degrees outside today in Brooklyn. It was 6 degrees when I got up. It was 16 degrees, I think was the high. And then there was a wind from the northeast traveling at 600 miles per hour, and it made the wind chill something like negative 42. I don't know. Not going outside for the grill. I'm not doing it. Not for love, not for money, not even for $1 million. That's another story. But I'm gonna use my grill pan, my indoor grill pan. Here it is. Cast iron, and it's not the same as grilling outside. You don't get that char, you don't get that charcoal, but you do get some nice flavors. Nice high heat, some nice grill marks, a little bit of caramelization. You're gonna get a mimic of a grilling experience, and that's the best I can do because I'm not going outside for this one. I don't even know if the grill is up for it. The grill is like, yo, nah, man, nah. Charcoal is not gonna make it today. I'm not standing out there to dump charcoal. It's not gonna happen. So make do when we make do. I go outside in the snow and all that, but today, nah, son, not gonna happen. So we're gonna employ our grill pan. Just gonna light it up. That's double burners, the front and the back. And we got enough space for all of the lamb chops. Yes, we do. So we're gonna get this hot, and I'll be right back. We're gonna treat this just like we're outside. We're gonna oil up our grill grates. The silicone brush. Keep it 100. And then dry this little cup out all the way so there's a little bit of water in the oil. That's why it's making splash. So our grill pan is starting to smoke up a little bit. That means it's nice and hot. So I'm gonna start adding my chops. Into that sizzle. And it's similar to being outside. It's just not. I think it's time for a flip. We're gonna start where we started from. Oh, look at those grill marks. Woo! Nice char. So by the time you get to the front, everybody should be ready to flip. We got that lamb going beautifully. I'm gonna leave it on this side in the grill pan like that for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'm just gonna take it and put it in the oven to finish it off. I don't want it to get too much heat applied to the outside and nothing on the inside. So once this side gets a little bit of color, I'm just gonna pop it into the oven so they can get that all around heat bathing. And then in a few minutes after that, it'll be done. All right, we've got enough love on this side. I'm just gonna turn the fire off. I'm gonna get these into the hot oven so that they can finish them. We'll just finish them off in there. These are my pot holders. Got them on this rim baking sheet because I don't want any spills or mishaps. This thing has a little oil channel in it and some place to gather the oil right here. So you don't want anything spilling in the oven and creating a fire. I mean, lamb is very fatty. So if that shit catches fire, there's problems. So in that rim pan that'll catch any grease. And close the oven up, and every few minutes I'll check the temperature with a thermometer. Been a few minutes, time to check on our lamb. Let's see how that's looking. I can tell that these are done already. So I'm gonna take these out and let them rest for a little while. Right, so I'm taking the lamb out. It's on the counter, tented underneath here. It's gonna rest for a few minutes. When you rest your meat, the juices that are tight from the heat are gonna relax a little bit. The fibers of the meat are gonna relax a little bit from that intense heat. It's gonna relax a little bit, and then, you know, redistribute some of the juices throughout, and then you're gonna have a nice juicy chop. So to recap again, we had our braised cabbage, still braising. And all we did was come in, you see how it keeps that nice red color from the acidity of the apple cider vinegar. And all we did was come in and turn every few minutes, you know, keep the flavors introducing to each other. From the bottom to the top, let's get some of that liquid that's down there, that braising liquid, which was the chicken stock. We've got our couscous. I remember when I took that off a long time ago. I just put it back on here so it can warm up a little bit. Reintroduce it to some heat. And then once this couscous is warmed through a little bit, I'm gonna fluff it up with a fork and we're ready to serve. Dinner is done. Thanks for watching.